Hi everybody. Coronavirus has made life pretty bad right now. We've been stuck inside for months in quarantine, hundreds of thousands have been killed, and our senior year has ended early. Imagine if someone had told you, a year ago, that you would be sitting inside alone for 3 months, afraid to see your friends, because of a virus named after a beer. You would have called them crazy. I myself am so heartbroken by the abrupt end to our senior year that I've decided to wear my cap and gown all the time. And I mean all the time. Yes, coronavirus has taken our lifestyles, and for 350,000 people at the time of filming this, our lives. But I want to talk about the bright, or maybe slightly less dark side of what's happening. Right now, people around the world are going through immense hardship and pain. But I believe that we will come out of this crisis stronger. My great-grandmother lived through the Great Depression. Her family was poor and in debt, and this period left a mark on her. From then on, she didn't tolerate her family wasting any money. She was strong because she had to be, and she instilled these values in those around her. The same thing is true of those who survived another crisis, World War II. The soldiers we sent over to Germany and Japan went through suffering and hardship, but now we call them the greatest generation. They had to be tough, and they held on to that tenacity for the rest of their lives. The coronavirus is our disaster, our challenge. Although life may seem pretty dark right now, we will adapt to the circumstances. These past disasters made previous generations resilient, disciplined, and independent. If we stay optimistic and keep on fighting, COVID will do the same for us. I'll give you some examples of things I've learned during our own crisis. During the quarantine, I've learned to appreciate my relationships with others. In normal times, we don't appreciate our friends because we see them every day at school. Yet when we are forced to stay apart from them for weeks and months, we feel that loss. These relationships bring us true happiness. I've also learned to appreciate school and education. I miss doing homework in class or listening to my teacher lecture. I miss having lunch outside in the senior area, even when some annoying underclassmen are out there as well. I miss doing homework in the library and hiding my food from the librarian. I especially miss playing Call of Duty and PUBG with my friends in class. Of course, only when the lecture is over. Before COVID, at the end of an hour-and-a-half math class, I would wish for home. I remember my first thought, when school was initially canceled, was excitement and joy for all the free time I would have. But that happiness quickly soured. I realized that I missed Druid Hills for all its quirks. Being away from Druid Hills High has made me appreciate school, and specifically this school, even more. Third, I've learned that the key to happiness is staying productive. At school, I was always occupied with worthwhile activities, but at home, I've begun to run out of things to do. You can only refresh Snapchat so many times. That being said, I'm very lucky that the worst thing that's happened to me during this crisis is being bored. Others have lost their jobs and even friends and family. Now I'm looking forward to getting busy again. For as long as you stay occupied and productive, you will stay happy. It's pretty bad out there right now, but we will come out of this crisis stronger and wiser than ever. This current hardship will leave us more resilient and more determined. When quarantine ends for good, and we crawl out of our houses back into the world, we'll have a new perspective. We'll appreciate everything around us so much more. Thank you to the parents for devoting your time and energy to supporting us. Thank you to the teachers for all your hard work preparing us for the future. Thank you to the custodians and other staff for keeping our school beautiful, clean, and functioning. Thank you to Mr. Joyner for your love and passion for the school. And thank you to the counselors for guiding us through our high school years, and especially to my amazing counselor, Hannah Robinson, who continued to help me even when she was on maternity leave for her son. But most of all, thank you to the class of 2020. I am honored to be one of you.